Yeah, and it looks like he should really be putting at this third base, really be putting these drones on gas. They need to be getting gas going. And with 4K minerals, you know what? Hell, I say expand two more times, and it looks like he is. He's expanding once more down there to the left, around the middle, as the massive Protoss army is moving out and starting to pick off some overlords.
Yeah, and finally, I believe he does. Okay, so he has produced a bunch more overlords. He is supply capped, so he can produce units to the max. I forget whose slogan is that, to the max. Some old action figure or something. But and we do see the fourth expansion going up for him as well.
Yeah, I do like that he threw down the double Evo chamber because he does have money to spend, as well as the Hydro Stem because they're pretty good counters to Void Rays just because they have such a high DPS. It looks like the push is coming. It's about third, and I think he's gonna have to let it fall.
Yeah, he did have two Mutalisks here, and he should have, seen the attack coming. He had all this vision, he had all this creeping overlords. He should have, pulled out those Mutas, and probably the drones as well, because there's pretty much no chance that this base was going to survive. There's no point in, having any valuable pieces of your army or your economic production there. Get them out of there and save them, so you can actually use them later on in the game.
Yeah, it looks like missile attacks level 1, as well as groove spines are on the way. So he's really trying to ramp up these Hydralisks. There are, how many Hydras on the field right now? Only 9, but there's 9 more on production, so I give him 18 in a few seconds. So he brings in the Zerglings, the Hydras are back in the concave. Mutas are up front trying to take out these Void Rays, and I'd really like to see the Queens get on the action, because they can help pick off these Void Rays as well.
Yeah.
And I really just don't like the positioning of Pluto right now. All his units are just bunched up on the ramp, no concave at all.
Yeah, that's really hurting those stalkers. It was, and in many ways, it does prevent these Zerglings around. But yeah, that definitely would have been better. Finally, those Hydras coming out. But yeah, those Queens should have got in on the action. There's even 3 Mutas over here who are being lazy and saying they want no part in the fighting. But it looks like NinteenCentz is actually going to be able to hold back this army.
Yeah, he may lose these 2 remaining Hydralisks, but now all he has left to fight off is a Stalker and a Void Ray, and these Queens is coming in to clean it up, and that is Queens right there. How many is that? That is 8, 9 Queens. That is what an in-base hatch lets you do, folks. 9 Queens. You love to see it. But now it looks like really Pluto's going for everything else in the book. 2 Colossi, 4 carriers, Protoss air weapons level 2, shields level 1, extended thermal lance, and graviton catapult. So we're gonna see it, Meshif. We're gonna see your units out. We're gonna see the carriers.
Good. I'm glad to see it. Carriers were definitely one of my favorite units. And we do see Pluto trying to throw up expansion, but smart play by NinteenCentz to move out and find this. And these probes are going to try to attack these Hydras, which is pretty futile. I don't think they're going to get any kills. But this expansion is probably going to go down, as I don't think the reinforcements are going to get here in time. It's going to be pretty close. They should actually. I don't know what these Hydralisks are doing. They should be staying back and picking it off as best they can so they can ready to pull out, because he's got to assume that Pluto's reinforcements are going to be on the way there.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to get the Nexus, and I would say just back up right now. Get the Nexus back up. Those Colossus are going to do too much damage.
Yeah.
And there it is. As he upgrading again, Flyer Carapace 1, Missile Attacks 2, Ground Carapace 1. And I would say, after being in kind of a volatile early position, I would almost say Pluto went for an all-in on this 2-base Void Ray, because now it looks like he's only got 1 base. There's about a fourth, maybe even less, of the minerals left. As 4 carriers pop out, this could be quite devastating. But I'd say it was an almost all-in, because he's pretty short on resources right now, and I'm not sure he had a late-game plan.
Yeah, he really has no resources really left, and he's only got a few mineral fields, most of them with 200 or less minerals left, so he's not going to be able to produce that many more units until he gets this base up, and this pretty vulnerable base out here in the middle. So it looks like this is going to be the last of his army moving out here, and we do see NinteenCentz being able to hold on to this 3rd expansion, giving him pretty significant economic advantage.
I like that Corruptors are coming out right now to counter these carriers. That is what I would like to see. They can put that Corruption on them, do an extra 20% damage for any Mutas or Hydras, or even the Corruptors attack on there. So that's really going to deal with these carriers quickly if you can get enough of them out there, especially since Pluto is so low on resources. He can't really afford to produce that many more carriers on just his 1/8 or quarter of a base.
Now, NinteenCentz should realize that this attack is coming, and I think he does, and he does cancel that hatchery, so that was a smart play by him. these drones, yeah, pretty much just run this army around the map. You know, you do have the base advantage, the expansion advantage. You do have an economic advantage. Try to get that that Zerg max army as quick as you can, and prevent your opponent from attacking you. And a great really counterattack at this point with just a few Zerglings is all it's going to take to push these probes out of here, excuse me, and he should come back and take down this Nexus, because every time you take it down, it's going to take a while for that Nexus to be rebuilt. So I don't at all agree with him pushing in here. What's taking out these 2 cannons going to do for him? He really should have taken out this Nexus.
Yeah, I do really like that he did just pop in and push the probes there. That's actually pretty brilliant play, because he realizes that he's only his opponent Pluto is only on very few resources right now, and all he has to do is keep probes from mining. That's his goal right now. Just produce units and keep probes from mining.
Yeah, he does have. If we look at the army tab here, he does have a larger army now. So he definitely is in control of this game. We do see the Colossi, or single Colossus. Oh no, there's two Colossi who's hiding behind the carriers, and 4 carriers. But this is pretty much it for his army.
Here's the Corruptors. There's just so many Corruptors casting their corruption down. I would really like if he was pushing in here with his other units along with the Corruptors. Although it looks like it's gonna be close. 4 Corruptors versus 2 carriers. It looks like he may lose all of his Corruptors. But, oh no, I may have spoke too soon. Looks like the Corruptors are doing a lot more damage than I thought. And the thing is, they can pick off these Colossi now that the carriers are out of the way. Because the Colossi cannot attack the air, or did I speak correctly? 1 Corruptor, 1 carrier, 1 Corruptor.
It's going to be very close. Oh, wow.
But it looks like really Pluto's marching into just some doom at the moment. It's really the only way I know how to describe it.
Yeah, NinteenCentz did have like 3,000 minerals a little while ago, so he did, crank out a bunch of Zerglings. You might as well. You still got those Colossus and Zealots that you can get surrounds on. So, and this one baller Corruptor is going to be chasing these Colossus across the map, and there's nothing he can do about it. And he is building up a photon cannon line here at expansion, which I guess is not the worst thing you can do, because you do really need to protect this base. But I would suggest maybe producing some Void Rays or some army unit that then you can bring down and use it to defend that, rather than with the static defense that after that you kind of wasted these minerals on that one base, and after the base is done, what's the point?
This looks like a little great counter push. Getting up here, trying to poke in, see what's going on. I would recommend. Well, it actually. Oh no. NinteenCentz has no mining bases and only 200 minerals.
Oh no.
Oh no. He's long distance mining from where his 3rd used to be. He needs to get 400 minerals. I
did not even see that. That is something a situation you never want to be in. And all these queens, I mean, honestly, he should think about bringing up these queens and incorporating them as part of his army, because he is in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Those queens can transfuse, and he really needs to get rid of this 3rd base. Or get his up. He's got 340, 350, 360. Soon it looks like he's going to have enough for 3rd, and that's really, if he doesn't get that up, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, if we look at the army, he still has an advantage, but it is slim, and considering that Pluto does have these photon cannons, it's going to be very close. But he does look like he has enough mutas, enough Corruptors to try to fire down these Colossi, and these Hydras to maybe take care of the Stalkers. If he brought those queens up, and maybe even the drones, get the drones in there to be meat shields. Well, this Colossus has only 16 health left, so he really needs to be taken out. That would be really huge for him.
Yeah, though it looks like he's continuing. He produced to look like one more round of units before trying to go for an expo. I'm not sure if I agree with that, because he definitely has he's got 10 drones left. I mean, that's enough to quarter, 1/3 of the way, saturate a base, and that would just really, I mean, 10 drones are never really going to skyrocket your income, but they're going to skyrocket above not having a base.
No, definitely. And we see this Colossus does finally go down. All that's left is these few Stalkers. So it looks like 19Centz might be able to take this, but he really should be bringing up those queens. All he's really got to do is take out this last base here. I really believe that he should pull off pretty much all his drones and go kind of an all-in attack on this with his queens, his hydras, his mutas, and his corruptors, and I think he would have been all right.
Well, I mean, I don't know about pulling off the drones, because then, I mean, he needs minerals, he needs to get a base. But I would definitely say, I agree with you, Mesh, about the queens. I'd say bring those queens up, let them do some damage, especially 2 Void Rays just popped out, and they're headed right in. Let them do some damage, let them transfuse, and really just try to break it one last time and see if you can get the GG.
Yeah, and we do see him throwing down the hatchery finally at his old base. He does have the queens here to help D up, and he should get them fighting. I know they're very slow, but start moving them up, please, and do something with them. Pluto now has gotten himself...
There's 2 transfuses.
Yeah,
keeping that 1 queen in the front alive. Is he going to get a third? Oh, the queen finally goes down, but that is just some great micro there.
Yeah, that was a smart play to get those...
Third transfuse. Is there a fourth transfuse? And that is why queens can just be so great, and there it is. Leaves the game, mass queen for the win.
I honestly don't think that Pluto had to leave the game. I think he could have won. I think, look at his resources. He's got 1,200 minerals, 2,500 gas. He could have gotten a few more Void Rays, or he could have gotten, he could have gotten some, or does he has a Twilight Council up. He could have put down a dark shrine and gotten some Dark Templars out, or something like that really would have caught 19Centz off guard. He does have an Overseer here, but he could have done something. 19Centz still did not have his base. He was just getting this. He had no resources. Pluto could have just defended this base, and I think he could have won this game.
Yeah, I mean, right now he has 1 more operational base than 19Centz does. All 19Centz has is just these queens, a couple Zerglings, some mutas, and 2 corruptors. I think I agree with you. I think had Pluto taken the game, he might have been able to pull it out, especially with his. If we check the income tab, 480 to 60. Right, I'm not actually. Oh, still long distance mining. That's how he is still some income. But I guess it's just a great example of. Good play by both players. It was a very entertaining game to watch. Sending it in 19Centz. But a really good example of just not giving up. A thing that I'm often susceptible to, as well as some, I'm sure, other lower level players, you kind of see these units like the Void Ray and the Carrier stuff, and you almost get stuck. No, what do I do if there's a bunch of Void Rays in my base? And you'll kind of overreact and then not prepare in the correct way, and then your economy will just be done. But he made the correct response, got a bunch of queens out, and those queens ended up, I guess, forcing to quit from Pluto.
Yeah, definitely never give up, never surrender. I don't know if you guys remember that from that movie Galaxy Quest, but it definitely holds true here. He 19Centz, holds on for the win and finally used those queens, but I think Pluto could have won this. So hopefully they both watched this cast, and will give us some feedback, maybe what they were thinking, or why Pluto did leave the game. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and keep emailing us those replays at getbetterstarcraft@gmail.com, and we will see you guys next time.